Metals and non-metal, lesson 4. Today we are going to study chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Next chemical property that we need to study is displacement reactions. Let us try to understand what are displacement reactions. This is the element A and this is a compound which is made up of two elements B and C. When there is a reaction between element A and a compound BC, if A is reactive than B, or in other words we can say stronger than B, A will be able to displace B from its compound and will take the place of B. Now where the B is going to go? Now B will remain all alone. So this type of reactions are called as displacement reactions, in which more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its salt. Displacement reaction. Recall the activity of the reaction between copper sulfate and iron that you performed in class 7th. Let us observe some more reactions of that type. This was the reaction that you did in 7th class. The reaction can be represented as follows. Copper sulfate, when it comes with contact with iron, there is a displacement reaction taking place and products that are obtained are ferrous sulfate and copper. Let us have a look on the picture and try to understand what is the displacement reaction taking place. So in this picture you can see that copper sulfate has been taken. Copper sulfate is blue in color. An aqueous solution of copper sulfate is being taken here. Aqueous solution means copper sulfate dissolved in water, and an iron nail is dipped in it. After some time you will see that the solution instead of blue changes to green. So this is the observation that we observe, that the color of the solution changes from blue to green. This gives us a hint that some reaction has taken place, some chemical change has taken place. And the iron has a deposit of brown color substance on it. So what is the chemical reaction taking place? It is a displacement reaction and it is called as a single displacement reaction. Here iron, which is more reactive than copper, is displacing copper from copper sulfate solution. So as I told you, this is an element and this is a compound. It's a compound of copper sulfate. So as iron is more reactive than copper, so it displaces copper from its salt, and instead of copper sulfate now we get ferrous sulfate, which is green in color. So the green color is because of formation of ferrous sulfate. And as copper is left all alone, so this copper gets deposited on the iron nail, and that's why the color of the nail changes. So this is a displacement reaction and you need to remember this displacement reaction. Let's try to do some more displacement reaction and understand this concept. One more example. The reaction can be represented as follows. Copper sulfate solution, when comes in contact with zinc metal, there is a displacement reaction and zinc sulfate and copper is formed. Copper sulfate, as I told you, is blue in color when it is solid and is also gives a blue color aqueous solution. And zinc sulfate is colorless. So have a look on the picture. This is the condition which was in the starting of the reaction. We have taken copper sulfate, a beautiful blue color, and we put a zinc strip in it. So when we do this reaction, we need to note the observation before the reaction and after the reaction. So before reaction, what are the observation to be done? That the solution is blue in color. But after some time we observe that the blue color fades. the blue color becomes colorless. Reason why it becomes colorless? It becomes colorless because there is a displacement reaction taken place. Zinc, as is more reactive than copper, displaces copper from copper sulfate solution. And as a result, instead of copper sulfate, now we are getting zinc sulfate, and zinc sulfate is colorless. So that's why this observation is being observed. And what happens to the copper? Copper gets deposited on the zinc plate. So in the picture you can easily see that the solution is now colorless and copper has been deposited on the zinc plate. So this is a displacement reaction taking place. Metal reacts with other metals and displace them from their solution. This is known as displacement reaction. So this gives you the definition of displacement reaction. In displacement reaction, a more reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal. But a less reactive metal cannot displace a more reactive metal. Let us understand this. Let us take a metal A and a salt of solution of metal B. When these two come in contact, if metal A is more reactive than B, then metal A is able to displace metal B from its salt, and as a result you get a salt solution of metal A. And what happens to the B metal? B metal is left all alone, so it changes into a solid form and gets deposited. Now how to know that which metal is going to displace and which metal is not going to displace? For that you need to understand reactivity series of metal better. Have a look on the reactivity series of metal. What is reactivity series of metal? Arranging metals vertically in order of their decreasing reactivity C. See, the most reactive metal is kept on the top, potassium. Next, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver, gold. We have to remember that the metals which are placed on the topmost positions are more reactive, and as we move down, their reactivity decreases. So, the metals which are placed at the bottom are not very reactive. So, how to understand and how to use it in studying chemical properties of metal? Metal which is placed on topper position, on a higher position, is more reactive and can displace a metal which is placed in the lower position in the reactivity series. This reactivity series also helps us to understand the chemical properties of metals reacting with water, oxygen and acids. There also the metal which is on higher position will react with water, oxygen or acid faster as compared to the metal which is in the lower position. And the metals which are placed below hydrogen are unable to react with water or acids. So this is how it is really very important to learn reactivity series to understand chemical properties of metals. Now let us understand an activity given in NCERT book which is about displacement reactions, in which there are 5 beakers taken. In beaker A there is copper, sulfate and zinc. So it's over here. Copper sulfate, as it is blue, it's clearly visible. In beaker B, copper sulfate and iron nail is being added. In beaker C, zinc sulfate and copper turning is added. Copper turning means pieces of copper. In beaker D, iron sulfate and copper turning is added. In beaker E, zinc sulfate and iron nail is added. So this is the condition before the reaction taking place. So you need to observe what is the color of the beakers. A and B is blue in color due to the presence of copper sulfate. C is colorless because zinc sulfate is always colorless. This is green because iron sulfate is green in color. And E is again colorless due to the presence of zinc sulfate. So now let's try to understand what happens during this particular activity. So now let's have a look on this picture. This is the picture which is showing after few minutes or few hours what is the change taking place in the beakers. In beaker A, instead of blue, it's colorless due to the formation of zinc sulfate, which is a colorless compound. In beaker B, it's green in color due to the formation of iron sulfate, or you can say ferrous sulfate, which is always green in color. But in beakers C, D and E, there is no change at all. Let us try to understand what is actually happening in all the beakers. Let's talk about the first beaker, beaker A. Copper sulfate is a blue colored compound. So the aqueous solution of copper sulfate and zinc, when it comes in contact, let us try to understand, is zinc more reactive than copper? If yes, will it be able to displace it? So zinc is over here and copper is over here. So higher the position of the metal, more reactive the metal is. So zinc is more reactive than copper, so is able to displace copper from its compound. And as a result, there is a displacement reaction taking place in beaker A and the color changes from blue to colorless. Now let's study about beaker B. Copper sulfate and iron are in contact with each other during this reaction. Iron is over here, copper is down. So again, we conclude that as iron is in higher position than copper, iron is more reactive than copper and is capable of displacing it. And that is the reason instead of blue color, we get green color, which is of ferrous sulfate, or we can say iron sulfate. Now let's talk about C, D and E, where no change was observed. In beaker C, we had taken zinc sulfate and copper. So zinc is over here and copper is over here. Copper, as it is in lower position, cannot displace zinc. So that's why no reaction at all. In beaker D, ferrous sulfate and copper turning was taken. Copper is over here and iron is over here. Again, copper is less reactive, so unable to displace iron from iron sulfate solution. Beaker E, zinc sulfate and iron was taken. Copper is over here, whereas zinc is over here. Again, copper is less reactive than zinc, so is unable to displace zinc from zinc sulfate solution. Dear children, you always need to think that the metal which is all alone in the reaction, you need to study that the metal which is all alone, is that more reactive than the metal which is in the salt. You have to think in this way. Don't think it in the reverse way. I repeat, the metal which is all alone, you need to check it whether that metal can displace the metal which is in the compound or not. So let us have a quick recap of the activity that we did. In the beaker A, zinc was more reactive than the copper, displaced copper from the solution of copper sulfate and forms zinc sulfate. So this is the chemical reaction taking place in beaker A. Now in beaker B, as iron is more reactive than copper, it displaces it from its solution and forms iron sulfate. And this is the reaction taking place in beaker B. In beaker C, there would be no reaction as less reactive metal, that is copper, cannot displace the more reactive zinc from its solution. Similarly, in beaker D, there would be no reaction as the less reactive metal copper cannot displace the more reactive metal iron from its solution. And at last, similar type of process will be observed in beaker E also, as there would be no reaction at all as less reactive metal iron cannot displace more reactive metal zinc from its solution. So this is all about the displacement reaction taking place in metals. As rust corrupts iron, so envy corrupts the man. जिस तरह से जंग लगने से आयरन खराब हो जाता है, उसी तरह से ईर्ष्या करने से इंसान का मन दूषित हो जाता है, मन खराब हो जाता है और इंसान भी खराब हो जाता है. So thank you and have a nice day.